Karaoke is a platform for young aspiring singers to shine and express their musical abilities. Tune in to CBC TV 8 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and repeat it on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and enjoy the performances of these talented young singers.
For the past 19 years, QFM has been sharing with you, learning from you, and together building a community for all mature audiences. That's why we say Q is good for you. To our Q family, we say thank you for staying connected to Q 100.7 FM. QFM is a station of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. CBC, celebrating 60, connecting Barbadian communities. Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more. I'm such a kid at heart. But to be part of this fun and exciting new season of Fun School, just simply send an email to Alicia Alves Grant at aa.grant@cbc.bb for further details. Fun School is back, and we're looking for you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Oh, hi. My name is Stacia Whitaker, and I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist and a member of the Heart and Stroke Childhood Obesity Prevention Coalition. My motto is, when in doubt, leave it out, and it goes for when I'm eating, because sometimes things have ingredients that we're not sure of, and I like to keep it simple. And if I'm eating something and I'm not sure the ingredients in that particular thing, then I choose to leave it out. So I keep my snacking simple with fruit, nuts, or just water. It's easy to remember, there's no added ingredients, and it's also very nutritious. So remember, childhood obesity is real, so choose healthier alternatives. And when in doubt, leave it out.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.b.
Good morning, I'm Wendy Burke, and this is the CBC Morning Report for Friday, December 15th. Brought to you this morning by Jordan Supermarket. In our top story, Guyana and Venezuela have issued an 11-point joint declaration that will chart a path towards a peaceful solution of the dispute over the Essequibo region, a vast border area which is rich in oil and minerals that represents 2/3 of Guyana's territory. Speaking from St. Vincent, where the talks were held, the Declaration of Argyll for Dialogue and Peace between Guyana and Venezuela was announced late last night by President of the Community of Latin America and Caribbean States, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez, who's also the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Guyana and Venezuela declared as follows. 1. Agreed that Guyana and Venezuela directly or indirectly will not threaten or use force against one another in any circumstances, including those consequential to any existing controversies between the two states. 2. Agreed that any controversies between the two states will be resolved in accordance with international law, including the Geneva Agreement dated February 17, 1966. 3. Committed to the pursuance of good neighborliness, peaceful coexistence, and the unity of Latin America and the Caribbean. 4. Noted Guyana's assertion that it is committed to the process and procedures of the International Court of Justice for the resolution of the border controversy. Noted Venezuela's assertion of its lack of consent and lack of recognition of the International Court of Justice and its jurisdiction in the border controversy. 5. Agreed to continue dialogue on any other pending matters of mutual importance to the two countries. 6. Agreed that both states will refrain, whether by words or deeds, from escalating any conflict or disagreement arising from any controversy between them. The two states will cooperate to avoid incidents on the ground conducive to tension between them. In the event of such an incident, the two states will immediately communicate with one another, the Caribbean Community, CARICOM, the Community of Latin America and the Caribbean, CELAC, and the President of Brazil to contain, reverse, and prevent its recurrence. 7. Agreed to establish immediately a joint commission of the foreign ministers and technical persons from the two states to address matters as mutually agreed. An update from this joint commission will be submitted to the presidents of Guyana and Venezuela within 3 months. 8. Both states agreed that Prime Minister Ralph E. Gonzalez, the pro tempore president of CELAC, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, the incumbent CARICOM chairman, and President Luis Inácio Lula da Silva of Brazil will remain seized of the matter as interlocutors, and the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres as observers, with the ongoing concurrence of Presidents Irfan Ali and Nicolas Maduro. For the avoidance of doubt, Prime Minister Gonzalez's role will continue even after St. Vincent and the Grenadines ceases to be the pro tempore president of CELAC, within the framework of the CELAC Troika +1. And Prime Minister Skerrit's role will continue as a member of the CARICOM Bureau. 9. Both states agreed to meet again in Brazil within the next 3 months or at another agreed time to consider any matter with implications for the territory in dispute, including the above-mentioned update of the Joint Commission. 10. We express our appreciation to Prime Ministers Gonzalez and Skerrit, to President Lula and his personal envoy Celso Amorim, to all other CARICOM Prime Ministers present, to the officials of the CARICOM Secretariat, to the CELAC Troika, and to the head of the CELAC PTP Secretariat in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, His Excellency Dr. Douglas Slater, for their respective roles in making this meeting a success. 11. We express our appreciation to the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for their kind facilitation and hospitality at this meeting, dated this 14th day of December, 2023.
Prime Minister Mia Motley led a Barbados delegation at the all-day talks yesterday. Coming up on the CBC Morning Report, a live update from Barbados' representative at COP28.
From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, General Practitioner and Healthy Lifestyle Advocate. Good nutrition starts at home. So this school year, I want you to consider packing healthy, nutritious snacks and lunches for your children to carry, rather than having them buy them at school. And don't just pack things you think they should have. Have a discussion and come up with things that you both know they will enjoy.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew. When you love me,
COP28 is being seen as one of the most historic given the operationalization of the Loss and Damage Fund. Special Climate Envoy to Prime Minister Mia Amour Motley, Professor Avinash Prasad, says they're committed to triple renewable investments and have a just transition from fossil fuels. He joins Morning Report live to discuss some of these takeaways. Good morning to you, Professor.
Good morning.
Now, the Green Climate Fund has been recapitalized and we're seeing the private sector doing more. Is this a win-win for you, or is there a need to help the Global South out more?
Well, this is the most impactful COP we've had in 8 years. It really is a truly historic event, primarily for small island states and other climate vulnerable countries, in the establishment and the operationalizing of a loss and damage fund. That means next time we get hit by, say, Hurricane Elsa, there's a fund we can go to with a plan on rebuilding and refurbishing homes that have been suffered. That was a very instrumental event. The recapitalization of the Green Climate Fund was also very important. That fund deals with not so much loss and damage, but adapting to climate change. We're actually big beneficiaries of the Green Climate Fund, and they're helping us look at how we can adapt to make ourselves more resilient.
In terms of the resilience, we have had a number of our governments there with you talking about what more needs to be done, who we need to get it from. And some of the major countries who are contributing mostly to what we're facing, to all of the environmental issues, are the ones still not coming to the table in the way that we want them to. They've made promises, but they aren't fulfilling. What more can we do?
So COP, and COP stands for Conference of Parties, and parties are the 199 countries who signed the convention and the agreement. 199, and they act only in consensus. So you can imagine getting agreement is not easy. So what we got was this establishment of this fund and a agreement, a pledging of $790 million to kick off the fund, to start it up. But we need several billions of dollars. They also established a task force, of which Barbados is a member, to look at the new sources of revenues that will really pump up that fund towards the billions it needs. It's certainly the case that it's hard to get people to contribute, especially those who were most responsible for climate change, the rich countries. But equally, we're all now in this together. And we did reach a historic agreement that we're all going to transition from fossil fuels. First time that has been mentioned.
No, that's just the area I was coming to. In terms of this transition, we've already seen Barbados begin on its journey. What are we really looking at? What kind of parameters do we need to put in place to get us from point A to B to C right to the end?
So one of the fights at this COP was this issue of the timing of a phasing out or phasing down of fossil fuels. Many of the activists, especially those in the north, think that's really critical for us to get back on track to try and preserve the planet and keep temperatures from rising too far. The complaint of many developing countries is pledges that are not backed with money, ambition that's not backed with finance, is kind of empty. And so what we got agreement on was this transition and the tripling of investment in renewable energies. And we think that's very important because the road to a phase out of fossil fuels lies through the road of tripling and increasing renewable energies. We ourselves are trying to do that here in Barbados, but the whole world needs to triple, quintuple renewable energies before we can phase out.
Now, who else can we tackle in being able to source these additional monies that we will need? We are talking about carbon debt for nature swaps, things like that are already in place. What are some of the other mechanisms that we can rely on to help us get there?
Well, two things that were talk of the town at COP, and COP took place in Dubai this year, were Barbados's pause clauses in every debt instrument. That means that if you're hit by a natural disaster, a hurricane, that there will be a pause on interest and principal repayments, repaying the loan for 2 years, and then added back on with the same interest you were paying before. So no one's worse off, but it really frees up, gives you breathing room if you've been hit by a disaster. That was the talk of the town. The World Bank announced it was going to put that not only in new loans, but in existing and previous loans. And then the other instrument people talked about was Barbados's debt swaps. So that's where we have swapped some high-yielding debt for low-yielding debt and using the interest saved to invest in a marine conservation. That's our first swap. And the second one is to invest in our resilience of our water system and our sewage systems. Okay. So those were key issues.
Now, when we talk about decreasing that debt, what kind of margins are we talking about? What are we coming from and what are we going to?
Great question, Wendy, because we're running out of this high yield debt. So this only debt swaps only make sense if you've got high yielding debt and you've got someone willing to guarantee your debt to bring the interest rate down. So when we go in the marketplace today, ever since the Federal Reserve began raising interest rates, the amount that we can borrow at is now around 8%. It's still much below where we were, say, 5 years ago when it was more like 12 to 15%. But 8 is not 4. And when we get our debt guaranteed by the Inter-American Development Bank, for instance, then we can lower that interest rate from 8% towards 4%. So that almost halving of our interest rate. And that gives us this money that we previously would not have had to spend on anything other than servicing our debt, that we can now spend it on developmental things like marine conservation, like investing in our fishery industry, like investing in our water and sanitation systems.
Okay, it sounds awesome. Now, while you were doing all that work on behalf of our country, there was also an announcement of a new role that you'll soon be taking up.
Yeah, so I've just been appointed the special advisor on climate to the president of the Inter-American Development Bank. So I'll be leaving my country, Barbados, and certainly have had I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity that the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, and the people of Barbados have given me over these past 5 years to try and support the recovery and renaissance of Barbados and our leadership in issues like climate change.
Now, in terms of who will be taking over that role, we don't know right now, but you've put a document in place that will help to guide us all the way through the Bridgetown Initiative.
Certainly, and the Bridgetown Initiative was another one of those talks of the town. Prime Minister Motley was invited to help lead an open COP, primarily because of her launch of the Bridgetown Initiative, and it really, what was clear to us at the end of COP was that the Bridgetown Initiative has become the new international climate financial system, and indicating where money is going to come from and where it needs to go, especially getting these development banks, of which one I'm about to join, to be lending far more on resilience and adaptation.
Well, let's hope, well, we know you can't show any bias, but let's just hope that when you're on the other side, everything will go accordingly and we're good to go. I want to thank you for joining me this morning from all the way in Dubai, and I wish you a blessed holiday season.
Thank you very much, Wendy. Take care.
You as well. Time to preview what's coming up on Morning Barbados. Well, it is time to say happy anniversary. Yes, happy 60th anniversary to the CBC here. CBC Radio, we started back in December 15th to be exact, in 1963. And we're going to be able to tell you going into the show all about those celebrations and what CBC really stands for. We're also going to be amazed this morning because they too are celebrating an anniversary. 13 years, yes. Ryan will be along to tell us all about what is going on there. And we're also going to be hearing from the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. Yes, they're going to be getting their show on the road. In fact, we're going to be on a caravan. So we'll have that and more coming up in the show.
My friend, you don't plan to get it? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it, Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays right here and only here on 94.7.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the four ingredients on the bag.
There's a major effort underway to address the challenges of the troublesome Sargassum seaweed that's plaguing our beaches. CBC's Sharika Griffith reports on the launch of a groundbreaking study to find ways to deal with the problem. She was on a tour of the United Kingdom's Royal Research vessel, James Cook, which is currently docked in the Bridgetown port.
As countries grapple with getting rid of the Sargassum seaweed, which arrives on their shores, sinking it deep in the ocean is being considered as a possible option. But what are the potential impacts of this possible solution on deep-sea ecosystems and environments? This is what a project to evaluate the effects of seaweed sinking in the Caribbean, or Sea-Sink, will be seeking to determine.
It is about how do we treat to the sargassum, how do we treat to removing CO2, and it's all about compacting it, testing it, and putting it into areas of the ocean that have never been even explored before. So this is extremely scientific. It is a pioneering work. And what we did here today was not only to tour the ship, but to examine some of the samples that were done in this particular area and to make sure that there will be no damage to the marine environment.
Principal marine geoscientist with the UK's National Oceanography Centre, Dr. Christopher Pearce, says the project, a first for the Caribbean, will also be exploring seaweed sinking as a means of tackling climate change.
And carbon dioxide is the greenhouse gas that's driving climate change. So if we can bury away this seaweed in the bottom of the oceans, it will potentially lock away some of the carbon dioxide for hundreds of thousands of years. So it's potentially a win-win scenario of dealing with the Sargassum inundation and helping to tackle climate change. But before we can really take this forward, we have to understand what the effects are on those deep sea communities. And does it actually stay down there? Does it dissolve or degrade in a way that we just don't know yet?
Director of the Coastal Zone Management Unit, Dr. Leo Brewster, believes it will help in the development of the Marine Spatial Plan. He also hopes it creates avenues for more research to be done by Barbadians.
We do have a local person on board who was on board for the duration of the trip to actually get first-hand experience in aspects of deep-sea marine research. Okay, so there will be other opportunities for, in essence, what we will call marine research observers to be on board. But I'm hoping that through the approaches that we can make as a government with the institutions, there may be opportunities for postgraduate study that could then be brokered to look to see how you can do master's or PhD, because we have the whole ocean space that falls to Barbados to research, and it would be good to have Barbadians participating in that level of research.
To date, 2 research sites, one off the west coast and the other on the southeast, have been identified and samples taken. Approximately 20 bales of sargassum will be deployed to the ocean floor in the first half of next year and will be recovered in January 2025 so the necessary tests can be run. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
In sports, Brandon King hit an unbeaten 82 as West Indies beat England by 10 runs in the second 2020 in Grenada last evening to go 2-0 up in the 5-match series. The opener put on an 80-run partnership with Rovman Powell, who contributed 50 after the hosts slipped to 54 for 4 in the 9th over. Sam Curran endured a torrid 16th over at the hands of Powell, conceding 30 runs, including 4 sixes, before dismissing the Windies skipper with his final delivery. Player of the match, King continued to carry the charge, striking Rehan Ahmed's next over for 18 as the West Indies finished on 176 for 7. England then fell short on 166 for 7 off their allocation, led by Curran with 50. Alzari Joseph took 3 for 39, while Akil Hossain picked up 2 for 24. We have highlights.
Something will happen. It's happened.
Has he hit it well enough? He might just. Largely it has to be straight. Good use of the feet from King. That's very well played because he tried to make him drag it, but King got enough power. Goes straight up. Will take some cap. It's gone very high.
Clean them up. Edge and take up. Faster delivery from Adil Rashid. Caught at the crease.
That will be 50 for Brandon King. Played with poise.
Slapped. That was absolutely smashed by Rovman Powell. Wow, that was the best of them so far. Does he get enough of it? What a catch! Simply sensational. And 6 more. Gets the height and all the way. Only Andrew Russell, it will off the ground and still manages a 6. A slower delivery works finally for Timal Mills. Jason Holder makes connection, but not enough. Holds out in the deep, 2 wickets to end the innings.
The simplest of catches, accepted with glee.
And Will Jacks is so prolific through extra cover. Continues to be. This could be a chance. It is a chance taken superbly by Powell. He could have him again. Hasn't got enough distance on it. And it's taken by Holder.
High, who wants it? Rovman Powell wants it. In there. will be taken, will it? Yes, comfortably pouched.
Latched onto it. So I think it was pace. He does. It's out there. It should be taken. It's a chance. It's taken. Goodness me. Down to Hetmeyer, who's been catching well this series, and he continues.
Time now to take a look at today's weather picture. The current conditions, the pressure stands at 109.4 millibars, the temperature 25.9 degrees Celsius. The humidity is 84% with the winds coming from the east at 22 kilometers per hour. It's presently fair. The seas are moderate in open water with northerly swells ranging from 1 to 2.5 meters and increasing. Small craft operators and sea bathers should exercise caution. The tides, the first high tide was at 6 this morning and the second will be at 5:14 this evening. The first low tide will be at 10:55 a.m. The forecast for today will be sunny with cloudy periods and a few brief light to moderate showers. Tonight will be partly cloudy to overcast with occasional moderate showers and a very slight chance of isolated thunderstorms. That's today's morning report. Our next newscast is Newsday at 12 p.m. on TV 8, followed by on the stations of the CBC. It's time now for Morning Barbados.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning.
And a happy Friday morning to you. Yes, it's Friday the 15th. We're already at the middle of December. I know many of you are anticipating Christmas, but I'm not anticipating Christmas as much as I'm anticipating celebrating with my station today. The CBC reached 60 years today. Happy anniversary to you, CBC, to you, all of our committed viewers and listeners over the years, and to you, our dedicated staff who have been keeping this station running. Now, the CBC began back in 1963, and that was with our radio stations. Television came to us on the 15th of December, 1964. It commenced operations of the first subscription TV service in Barbados under the name STV. And STV started operations with some 3 channels. So again, happy birthday to you, CBC. Now, this morning, we are going to be also celebrating with another company here. Yes, a company that's interested in looking after our health and well-being in so many different ways. And we are amazed by all that they do in terms of catering for a body, mind, spirit, body, everything. Amaze takes care of. And they are having their anniversary sale, their 13th anniversary sale. And they're also going to be having a special open day for you, their customers. And this morning, we have 2 individuals who will be part of that big celebration and open day for you, the customers. We have Mr. Ryan Boyce, who's the public relations and marketing representative there. And he's brought along Matt Goodroad, a cardiac ultrasound technician, who will be screening hearts this morning. Now, when Ryan last came and told me that we were going to be doing EKGs, I was a bit taken aback because that's a service that costs £1 and a crown. And for Amaze to be doing it free of charge this morning for us, we are truly amazed. So Matt, tell me, what can I expect if I come down to Amaze this morning to get my heart check?
What I'll be doing this morning is actually an echocardiogram, a screening echocardiogram. So it's an ultrasound on the heart. I'll be looking at overall cardiac function, valve morphology. We're looking for any leakages in the valves or stenosis in the valves. And also, and on top of that, I'll be scanning the carotid arteries. And so the test normally for both tests will probably take about 10 to 15 minutes. And afterwards, I'll be able to write up a quick preliminary report that people can bring to their physicians just to show them. The exam won't be interpreted by a physician, I'm just a technologist, but it'll give the doctors an idea of what I just saw preliminarily.
Okay, and outside of writing, would we be able to take any images of what you have seen to our physician as well?
No, unfortunately not. The machine that I have is just a portable machine, so it's a little bit smaller. It's about the size of a briefcase.
Okay, okay. But nonetheless, we're getting it checked, and that's
Yes.
what's most important.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Now, Ryan, we will also be getting some other things checked this morning.
That's correct. What I want to say is happy birthday, CBC.
Why, I thank you on behalf of the corporation.
I wonder if that's a coincidence that we're also celebrating our anniversary, yeah?
But it's a great one, though.
I'm telling you, so
and
today's a fantastic
and two companies worth celebrating.
I am saying, you know,
Yes.
that's a big deal.
Oh, yes, it is.
You know, and we want to say that we are going to have a massive sale today, right? And already, I'm telling the whole of Barbados, they should be heading across to Amaze this morning.
But you have to remind them where.
Yeah? No, it is in Oystins, right? Look for the big, the dancing man, yeah? He will be there making sure that you know exactly where the celebration is going to happen.
Okay.
You'll hear the music, you'll hear the steel pan, you'll hear the singers, you'll hear the saxophonists, you'll see the tents with the food, you know, lots and lots of food. And one thing that has been poignant is we've been hearing persons asking for the VAT-free, right? But we're giving 25% discount today.
Which is more than that.
I am telling you. Oh, that makes a lot of sense to come across the Amaze today, yeah?
Sense.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Sense.
Absolutely. You know,
Yes.
Wendy, I love it, yeah? You understand this
Yes.
thing. And furthermore, we are also highlighting some new products that we're going to be unveiling as well. We have the electric scrubber.
Yes,
Right,
I'm
and it's
watching
portable
it
as
now.
well, so you can, you know, scrub your car, your kitchen sink, your anywhere in your home as you prep for Christmas. And mind you, once you've gotten your test done today, we know that your heart is strong. Yeah,
And I can go and do
and
all
you can
that
go do
housework.
all of this
Yes,
work. Yeah,
yes.
We have our cooler bags so that when you go to shop for your cool stuff and things out of the market, you can put it in there. It keeps it cool and it's portable
Yes.
until you can get
So,
home. That
so
sort of
if
thing.
if when I get to Oystins,
Yes.
and I've done a little grocery
That's
shopping,
right.
I have that
You
bag
understand.
that I bought before,
Oh.
and I can feel quite
Come on,
free.
that's what
to
I'm
just
talking about.
Get
yeah.
in line,
Get in
and
line.
get all of those services done.
Absolutely.
Now, outside of getting the heart check,
Yes.
I if I can remember
Cholesterol.
correctly, cholesterol,
Blood
pressure,
yeah, blood sugars,
yeah,
We got the cancer bus there as well too.
Oh,
Don't forget.
yes, we're also
I'm
gonna be
telling
doing
you,
some
this is
breast
their
screening.
I'm saying we're
yes,
looking after you today.
Yes.
So that's
we
a big
really need to
celebration.
get on the bus and be amazed.
I am telling you.
Yes.
And
yes.
just in case, you know, you don't know exactly where it is, you come to Oystins, and if you're heading in the eastern direction, you pass the police station on your right-hand side, and as you go into that Y junction, we're right there.
Yes,
Yeah?
I believe it's a bluish gray building.
Oh, you know the space.
Yes, I
you
do.
Know the
Yes,
space,
I do.
Yeah? And make sure you mark this guy's face. Yeah?
Yes.
He'll be there.
Yes, yes.
He will be there today
Even if
as
he
well.
changes his shirt,
I'm
I'll
telling
remember
you,
him
we'll
because
all-
I'm fairly excited about this ultrasound.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Listen, we even have the QC cricket team there.
Okay.
They're coming by because Amaze also supports them. We want to say
Ah, okay.
congratulations. I know they didn't win, right? But we still congratulate.
We're winners in every way.
In every way. They came second,
every
and we're
way.
going to say, you know what?
That matters too.
I'm telling you.
Yes, that matters.
You know?
Now, outside of the people who are going to be dropping in, you're also going to be helping our souls with some music. And there are a number of performers that you're going to be having there.
Wendy, you're
and I know
our
music,
secret,
yes, and I know music is close to your heart.
Hey, are you going to come by and do a solo as well? Hey, I'm sure we can do a
remember
surprise.
we spoke about healing. I don't want to damage anybody's eardrums.
Yeah, we're going to have Keanu Walters.
Okay.
And you heard song, I Am Amazed.
Oh, yes.
So I want to encourage everybody to come down
Yes,
today
I
and
know
sing
that
along with
one.
us. Yeah? We're going to also have Crystal J. Paul with us. We're going to have a young lady called Nisha Welch, Kaimani Jilts on saxophone.
Okay.
Yeah, and SOS Sound on steel pan. And DJ Wendell Weeks is there as well. Music from morning until 8 o'clock this evening. So
Now,
if you don't
that's
get
the
there
part
this
that's
morning,
amazing.
we're there until this afternoon.
The length of time
that
you're going to be going.
And just in case you want
And the discounts are going until then
until
too.
then, yeah. And today is the biggest day for the discount. After that, 13 days from now, right up to January when?
Okay.
Yeah, January 2nd. So we give you a little New Year or something. We still give you that 10% discount.
Yes.
Right? Of course, Matt wouldn't be here. So you capitalize on being there today,
Now. Yes.
right now. All right? Free refreshments. So if you feel like, you know, oh dear, I missed my lunch or I missed my breakfast or, you know, a little something, we have meals there for you. Peas and rice, yeah, macaroni pie.
Bajan style.
Little
Bajan
fish cakes
style.
if you want, look two thing and thing.
Yes,
You understand what I'm saying?
yes,
Yeah. And then natural juices, so called to quench the thirst. Yeah.
And the fact that it's
rehydrate.
natural means we're not looking to put too many artificial sweeteners and so on in the body.
Talking about our secrets.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
my
But I don't
goodness,
think we
yeah.
should keep it a secret.
Ah.
I think everybody needs to be amazed by what can
telling
be
you,
done
I am
and how they
telling you.
can keep their bodies healthy.
Correct. And we also have persons who would have been cancer survivors using our products, yeah? Like we have our own Angela Waith, who would have been there every single year. She comes by and says, look, I'm here. I'm giving
Wonderful.
thanks, yeah?
Wonderful.
And we have other persons who have been using our products who will be there, you know? So
Because
live.
when I hear amaze, I hear L-arginine.
You know, I am telling you.
Yes,
the
yes,
Arginine,
yes.
we have it there. And you know what? Pick up your calendar the same time you get your Arginine.
Okay.
Pick up your
So
calendar
you're
the same
going to
time
keep
you
me
get
on
your-
track for
for
2024.
2024. And it has our
Awesome.
cricket team
Awesome.
on there as well.
Okay.
Yeah? So you have all from hair products. There's a new little something called the hair massager, the scalp massager. You know, it helps the blood flow.
I'm glad you're saying blood flow because this is where I want to bring Matt in terms of ensuring that our little pumps that are within here that need to drive us every day keep going. I know you're the technician, but what can keep us functioning? What are some of the things we need to remember that are vital in terms of heart health?
As far as heart health goes, diet and exercise are the most important things. I can't stress that enough. It really is, especially here in Barbados. So many people get up early in the morning and they go for a swim or they go for a walk, you know, when the sun comes up. That is the most impressive thing I've seen. And, you know, there's a reason that people live to be 100 in this country.
Yes, we do have a lot of long livers.
Yes.
We do. And the older folk believe in hard work. We have a saying in our dialect that it is better to work out than rust out.
Absolutely, it's so true.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to heart health, and this is what I've seen in the country, is, you know, the food is good. There's a lot of fresh
What
fish
did you
here.
enjoy most?
Oh, there isn't anything I don't enjoy. I enjoy the fish, you know. I live in Colorado, so we don't get good seafood.
Oh, dear.
And so I so love the fish here.
I'm happy you got to enjoy it. I'm happy. Now, when I get hooked up to this machine, or should I come get hooked up to this machine, is it something that will be in any way imposing or scary? Walk me through it.
No, not at all. With the men, it's no problem because I'm going to be looking here in the center of the heart and also in the center of the chest and also along the left side of the rib cage. With ladies, what I have them do is to leave their bra on, and I'm still able to see in the center of the heart, and then just underneath the bra, I can press up on the ribs and get all the images that I need. Okay. So there's
so
really,
if I have a little too much fat under here, you're still going to be able to
It's not a
find
problem,
it.
no,
Okay,
absolutely
okay,
not.
okay.
I scanned several people yesterday just to get an idea and to let people, you know, to see what our workflow would be like.
Okay. Well, we are glad there will be workflow, Ryan. We're glad to know of all the things on offer. Folks, come out to Amaze and be amazed today as they celebrate their 13th anniversary.
right.
It's been great having you,
Same
Ryan
here.
Boyce, Matt Goodroad. Best of luck today
Thank
with
you
your
so
open
much.
day.
Best to you as well.
Morning Barbados. We'll be back in a minute.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the first 4 ingredients on the back label. 1 in 3 children in Barbados is affected by overweight or obesity. Let us join together as parents and care providers to reduce the further development of this chronic non-communicable disease within our communities.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
And welcome back to you, or if you're now joining us, thanks for tuning in. Now, this morning we are going to be talking with the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated. They're presenting something called the Christmas Caravan. And to tell us exactly what and where this caravan will be doing, and the why, of course, is none other than Marcia Allen, the Chief Product Development Officer with the BTMI. Good morning to you, Marcia.
Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Barbados. It's such a pleasure to be here this morning as we celebrate, the opening of our winter season. Actually, this is the start of our winter season, December 15th, where all of our tourism workers get to do their work and to ensure that our visitors have the most amazing time here on island.
And as long as you come to Barbados, you will be amazed. You'll have a fantastic time. There's so much to do. But what BCMI is doing, from how I can understand it, is that you'll be actually taking this roadshow of sorts into various communities and areas to heighten the awareness of our tourism products and also to do a bit of a give back to our community.
Absolutely, Wendy. This the tourism caravan, or the Christmas caravan, I should say, actually started during the period of COVID, where persons were locked in their homes and there was not a lot of activity on the island. And we felt that we wanted to spread some Christmas cheer, but to also get the communities and the vendors, give them an opportunity to really come out and to have that time to be able to actually ply their wear and to give back to the communities. And so we started the Christmas caravan in the communities, and also given the community artists, persons who are singers, dancers, musicians, an opportunity to actually be on the stage and have them perform. And so we are in our 3rd year, and we wanted to make it bigger and better. So rather than just a caravan where we actually have an active stop, we are going to take the caravan into Bridgetown. This evening, we actually are starting in Bridgetown. We'll have a full parade with dancers, singers, musicians, stilt walkers, persons dressed in period costumes, in festive costumes. There'll be giveaways all along from the Cheapside through Bridgetown and ending at Golden Square.
Okay, now you piqued interest there. Giveaways. What are we
Yes, of
talking
course.
about? Because I recognize from your poster that the BTMI also has a Santa sack. What will be spilling out for the people who, will be listening this morning and they too will have an interest in maybe following this caravan?
Well, it would not be fair of me to tell you what you're going to get. Before you get it, in Santa's sack, you never know what you're going to get in Santa's sack until you're there. So, but what I will say to you, you know how the BTMI are. We are very generous in terms of our giving. So there will be lots of opportunities for you to actually get memorabilia of Barbados. Everybody wants to have something that says Barbados in their home. We will definitely be giving away some of that, our memorabilia. And we will also be partnering with Coca-Cola. So I'm not going to say anything more than that, but just to know that there will be lots of giveaways for persons who are able to be part of the parade this afternoon.
Right, that's what I want to get to, that parade. Where we launching from? Paint for me the spectacle that will unfold.
Okay, so just imagine bustling Friday evening in the middle of Bridgetown. We're going to start just before Cheapside, where we'll assemble with all the characters. The rhythm section, I absolutely love these guys, the trumpet boys and the entire rhythm section. They're going to put on a show for us. And then we'll have the traditional Barbadian characters, whether it is the Mother Sally, the tuck band, you name it. We'll be out there. We're going to have the cheerleaders. We will have Santa's dress in every single type of variety you possibly can think of. And we will also be stopping at some key locations to actually do have performance. So Mikey's actually on the truck. I know he's ready and raring to go. I heard somewhere that John Yard is actually going to be, appearing at some point in time. We have Tay, who is obviously our reigning, one of our reigning Calypso monarchs. And we will have a variety of entertainers that will be giving Barbados and Barbadians and visitors the best of the best throughout the parade.
Okay, now that's what's happening today, but this may be the start because it's the opening of the season. However, that caravan will continue on its journey for another 2 weekends or so?
That is correct. That is correct. And so we are obviously Central. Bridgetown was Central, so we wanted to do Bridgetown first, and then we will be heading to St. Philip, right there in the park. And we will definitely having the Christmas caravan with all of the entertainers. Of course, RPB. We can't go to St. Philip, Wendy, without having RPB.
Of course not. That's like the mayor up there. So I mean, you dare not come to St. Philip unless you're seeing red. No, you dare not come. And it is the season for red. Santa in his suit. So it's the season to be jolly, and he makes every Philippine happy. So you must have him in his hometown.
But in addition to these well-established entertainers, as I said, we are setting the stage and given an opportunity for some of our up-and-coming musicians or up-and-coming singers to be able to have an opportunity to present who they are to the audiences. Of course, we'll have visitors with a newly opened Wyndham. We're inviting them to come down as well. We'll have persons from the Crane, and because we wanted to ensure that even though you may be in some other parts of the island, that you have an opportunity to be part of the Christmas caravan as well. And let me say that we have a variety of vendors. Somebody was talking about food earlier this morning, and of course, we can't have a Christmas caravan without having our vendors coming out and having a traditional market. And so all of that is actually going to be on stage, as I say, on the 22nd of December in St. Philip, King George Memorial Park.
And what's our last stop?
And the last stop is going to be in Spicetown, right there on the Mahaica playing field, and that's the 29th of December. There's the poster, so you can see all of the all of the various stops where we haven't. There might be one more, but we are still trying to work to see if we can get one right in the community, in our St. Michael area, so that we really have our community activists and persons within the sector coming out.
Okay,
Wendy, one of
just
the
to
other
stick a
things that
pin,
we
Marcia, for those who may not be familiar with the word Mahaika or its location, that is directly opposite the Spikestown bus terminal. So you don't
That
have
is
to go
correct.
very far. Just come on down the highway and you will find it easily. And BTMI is big on branding, so there's, no chance of missing.
No chance whatsoever. So I invite all Barbadians to come out this evening. And the thing is that what we've found, Wendy, is people have actually followed the caravan. So when people came out, on the first instance, they said, Marcia, it was so good, we want to go back, and they have followed every single one of the activities. So I expect people to come to all three, because there'll be something different for each of the various caravans, and we really want to ensure that our tourism workers come out, because over the last 2 years, what we did, we honored some of our tourism stalwarts, and we want to continue to do it again. Very impromptu. If we have persons who are in the industry, we tend to do giveaways with that persons as well. So we are inviting all Barbadians, from all walks of life, all visitors. If you have family here who are visiting from wherever, it's North America, South America, UK, wherever, this is a good place to bring them out so they can actually be in part of the traditional Bajan Christmas, but also have some fun, listen to some good music, have some good entertainment, take a dance, and have some good food as well. So we will have everything in store, on display at all three of our caravans.
Okay. Now, the projections for the tourist season, while we are happy about the excitement and the entertainment that will come with the caravan, what kind of season can we look to? Because that's the part we want to ensure, because we've been doing well post-COVID. Is there projection that it will continue in this realm?
I believe that we are continuing to do well, Wendy. I know that we would have had a recent update from our minister in the press, talking about the numbers and talk about what is actually happening in the upcoming season. So I'm not going to, take away any of the thunder from him, but just to say that we have recovered in some markets. We have recovered more than post-pandemic numbers, and others we are very, very close to. So I think that we are looking forward to a very good season, a very engaging season, and our source markets, whether it's UK, the USA, Canada, Latin America, Caribbean, they're all doing well. They're all reporting good numbers for this season.
And in terms of tourism, the hotels are known, the food is known, the places they visit. But there are also those same vendors that you mentioned who are pushing Barbados's brand because of the authenticity of the product. They're providing things that are purely Bajan.
That is very, very true. One of the things that Barbados prides itself on is having a very high visitor repeatmanship, or a high visitor repeat. We actually have about 46% of our guests who repeatedly come to the island. And the reason why they come is the Barbadian people. I think that the Barbadian people are the number one, I would say, product that we have here on island. And they produce some excellent, as you said, memorabilia for our visitors. And so part of the product development initiatives that we are working with our entrepreneurs is to ensure that they have opportunities to be able to actually sell their wear to our visitors. And so we're opening up different avenues for them. You will see that there is a hype of vendors that are at our airports that are actually doing some very unique type of activations at the airport and having an opportunity to sell their unique product to our visitors. We're also doing the same thing at our seaports, and we're continuing to open more markets for them to be able to actually, sell their unique products to our visitors.
Now, you mentioned food and the Bajan delicacies on this caravan. And one of the things that BTMI has been doing very, very well is pairing with our chefs and our mixologists to bring that which is Barbadiana to the table.
Absolutely. And I think that this is, to me, I think a really good story because 10 years ago, you heard about Bajan cooks. You didn't hear about chefs. All of our chefs were imported. And what we have done and what we have seen happened over the last 10 years is a real opportunity for our chefs to go overseas, to train, to become executive chefs in their own right in the various hotels and sectors that they operate in. And we as BTMI believe that the culinary aspects, we are the culinary capital of the Caribbean, is one of the, I think, products that we want to push more to ensure that persons, when they come to the island, not only do they have a great time in terms of our entertainment, they're able to experience our product, but they're also able to taste the product that we have on the island through our food and through our beverages. And we continue to actually have our chefs and our mixologists actually highlighted. We're doing an activation at the airport today. We're welcoming our visitors who are here, obviously, at the start of the winter season again. We call it the Visitor Appreciation Day. So today is a busy day, but in all, we're doing it all to ensure that we remain top of mind in terms of our entertaining our visitors and ensuring that we continue to also find opportunities for Barbadians to do well in this space.
Okay, now before we go, Marcia, just let me know in terms of timing, because this caravan sounds really exciting, so I won't want to miss out. What time do I need to be along Redmond Drive where you started or so?
Absolutely. You need to be in Bridgetown anytime before, I would say, 4:30 in the evening, 4:30 p.m., and we end at 7 p.m. So we will be assembling Redmond's Drive, traveling along Cheapside down to Beckwith Square, into the heart of Bridgetown. We'll be doing stops along the way, and then, of course, we'll be going to that beautiful monument in Bridgetown, the Family and Freedom Monument, and making our way up through the bridge and into Golden Square.
Okay, sounds awesome. Marcia, I wish you all a great time this evening on that caravan. You and the BTMI continuing to push our tourism brand. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Wendy, and good morning to you.
That's Marcia Allen, the Chief Product Development Officer at the BTMI. When Morning Barbados returns, we will be talking more. Remember, it's CBC's 60th, so you'll see there's lots more in store.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Happy 60th anniversary, CBC. 60 years, man. You don't look your age. Congratulations.
Kids Karaoke is a platform for young aspiring singers to shine and express their musical abilities. Tune in to CBC TV 8 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and repeat it on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and enjoy the performances of these talented young singers.
For the past 19 years, QFM has been sharing with you, learning from you, and together building a community for all mature audiences. That's why we say Q is good for you. To our Q family, we say thank you for staying connected to Q 100.7 FM. QFM is a station of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. CBC, celebrating 60, connecting Barbadian communities.
Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more.
60th anniversary CBC. Cheers to more years.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
And it's time for our morning news recap. There's a major effort underway to address the challenges of the troublesome Sargassum seaweed that's plaguing our beaches. CBC's Sharika Griffith reports on the launch of a groundbreaking study to find ways to deal with the problem. She was on a tour of the United Kingdom's Royal Research vessel James Cook, which is currently docked in the Bridgetown port.
As countries grapple with getting rid of the Sargassum seaweed which arrives on their shores, sinking it deep in the ocean is being considered as a possible option. But what are the potential impacts of this possible solution on deep-sea ecosystems and environments? This is what a project to evaluate the effects of seaweed sinking in the Caribbean, or Sea-Sink, will be seeking to determine.
It is about how do we treat to the sargassum, how do we treat to removing CO2, and it's all about compacting it, testing it, and putting it into areas of the ocean that have never been even explored before. So this is extremely scientific. It is a pioneering work. And what we did here today was not only to tour the ship, but to examine some of the samples that were done in this particular area and to make sure that there will be no damage to the marine environment.
Principal marine geoscientist with the UK's National Oceanography Centre, Dr. Christopher Pearce, says the project, a first for the Caribbean, will also be exploring seaweed sinking as a means of tackling climate change.
And carbon dioxide is the greenhouse gas that's driving climate change. So if we can bury away this seaweed in the bottom of the oceans, it will potentially lock away some of the carbon dioxide for hundreds or thousands of years. So it's potentially a win-win scenario of dealing with the Sargassum inundation and helping to tackle climate change. But before we can really take this forward, we have to understand what the effects are on those deep-sea communities. And does it actually stay down there? Does it dissolve or degrade in a way that we just don't know yet?
Director of the Coastal Zone Management Unit, Dr. Leo Brewster, believes it will help in the development of the Marine Spatial Plan. He also hopes it creates avenues for more research to be done by Barbadians.
We do have a local person on board who was on board for the duration of the trip to actually get first-hand experience in aspects of deep-sea marine research. Okay, so there will be other opportunities for, in essence, what we will call marine research observers to be on board. But I'm hoping that through the approaches that we can make as a government with the institutions, there may be opportunities for postgraduate study that could then be brokered to look to see how you can do master's or PhD, because we have the whole ocean space that falls to Barbados to research, and it would be good to have Barbadians participating in that level of research.
To date, 2 research sites, one off the west coast and the other on the southeast, have been identified and samples taken. Approximately 20 bales of sargassum will be deployed to the ocean floor in the first half of next year and will be recovered in January 2025 so the necessary tests can be run. Sharika Griffith, CBC News.
The call for a VAT-free day appears to have led to a slowdown in business activity. This is the view of immediate past president of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Anthony Branker. He says rumors circulating in the public that there will be VAT-free day has brought with it a wait-and-see attitude from the public. Mr. Branker says businesses, however, support VAT-free days as they do have a positive impact on the business community.
It gave persons, consumers, the opportunity to take advantage of, the better pricing without the VAT. But overall, businesses in general have benefited. The challenge that we have is that persons are now anticipating it, and therefore we are seeing some sluggish days prior to if there will be an announcement or not. But persons are very expectant that it will come, and therefore the persons are holding back. So, but the entire net effect is, I think, that we do benefit from the additional commercial activity through the VAT-free day.
Well, that's a wrap on news. We'll take a break and be back with Morning Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Happy 60th anniversary, CBC.
Are you a youth group, 4-H club, school, Cub Scout or Brownie Pack, or any organization or club with children ages 4 to 11 years? If yes is the answer, then we at Fun School, we're looking for you. Let's have fun singing, dancing, listening to amazing stories, doing craft, and so much more. I'm such a kid at heart. But to be part of this fun and exciting new season of Fun School, just simply send an email to Alicia Alves Grant at aagrant@cbc.bb for further details. Fun School is back, and we're looking for you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Did you know how Morning Barbados initially aired its broadcast from the Simpson Motors showroom? The first hosts were Carl Roberts and the late Dennis Johnson. They spoke about a Valentine's Day competition.
Good morning to you.
And a very good morning to you. It's Tuesday, the 12th day of February. I don't know where you're living, but where we've been living and where we're coming to you live, the Simpson Motors Northern Showroom, we've had some sharp but short early morning showers. Morning, Dennis.
Hi, morning, Carol. Shrove Tuesday?
Pancakes.
Pancakes, oh, that's what it means. I thought you were telling me about Lent and fasting.
That comes tomorrow, but we're going to tell you about the tradition of Shrove Tuesday and why in the olden times pancakes were important. So we're saving that, but we're easing nicely into Valentine's Day. I've gone from yellow into pink. I'm working up to red, and we're also going to be talking a bit more about a competition.
That's correct. Yesterday we brought the competition to a close. It's time for us to start looking at the entries now and judging.
And the Tremont has been spent.
The response has been tremendous.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and of course we'd like to thank all our sponsors and everyone's going out there and buying stuff. Moods and Options, of course, one of our sponsors. They're one of the places you can go out and get the gifts for Valentine's for your loved ones.
Chocolates, baskets,
and the teddy bears to hug at the night. They're cold nights. Very cold nights.
For want
so
of
we
something
thank
else.
them as well. We're not asking about the wants yet. We're still on those who wrote the lovely poems. We still have some late entries, as a matter of fact, but we'll be looking at them later on. There's some
and then
very
come
nice
tomorrow,
ones.
we'll be calling those persons that we're inviting down to our Valentine's Day party
on Thursday.
On Thursday.
That's correct. So look out for our call or listen out for our call. Lots of emails as well, over 114 in the last hour yesterday.
That's great.
Yeah.
We also look at hair loss.
Yes, that's one of the things. You want to look your best for Valentine's, so if you're losing your hair, this is a good time to find out what to do about it.
And before anybody starts to point fingers at my co-host, no, it is hair loss in women. Hair loss in women that we're looking at this morning.
I still got to wait.
Yeah.
All right, and we join Terry for the morning's top lines.
Morning,
Terry.
Barbados each and every morning, Monday to Friday on CBC TV.
On another episode, we saw one of the winners of that Valentine's Day competition, and Tamar Marshall, who you may not know, is the singer of the Morning Barbados theme song.
Morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
It's Valentine's Day, and if you're leaving home after the breakfast in bed, accompanied by the violins, of course, provided by Morning Barbados, it's time to face the day, and whatever the day brings, the work, the children, perhaps the children that are not yours, that you take care of at school, if you're a teacher, or perhaps the office with the boss that may not be in the very best of moods because he didn't get his Valentine's breakfast in bed. I certainly know I didn't, but I'm enjoying the day nevertheless. It's being made up for here.
We had a very, very special poem from Sharon Thomas because she wrote a love poem dedicated to the management and staff of CBC, and we thank her very, very much. Sharon Thomas is here.
Congratulations.
Sharon, here you go. I want to call out what Sharon wins. Gift basket from Moods and Options. And you also have, because it's CBC, something very special from MultiChoice TV. Thank you very, very much.
A small television.
Small television.
I've got to say good morning and happy Valentine's to a very pretty lady, Tamara.
Thank you. Good morning.
She said there's no red on me, so I'll put some red lipstick on you. I'll give you a red rose.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, you're very
Valentine's Day for you.
That's right.
What do you plan to do for Valentine's Day?
Well, I've been up so early this morning.
Family radio, family TV, so let's keep it nice.
Family TV. I'm going to sleep when I get home. No, I just want to say a very big Valentine's Day to everyone. A special request from Raymond to Simone.
Okay.
And also to Jillian and John, who are getting married
on Friday.
Tomorrow.
Friday. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And they're joining us.
Another host on Morning Barbados is Penny Gomez. She spoke to Miles Robertson and to Hilary Beckles.
Morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
We all know him to be of stellar musical parentage in the sense of Janice Millington and Ralph Robertson. But you know what? Miles Robertson will be in his own spotlight come Sunday at Southern Palms Hotel when he will be the headline act in Cool Jazz. And of course, we have Miles with us this morning. Welcome. You know what? Isn't this great for you?
It is. It's a blessing. I just like to thank Chris Harper because, you know, I've been working with him like 5 years now. You know, I started out just doing hotels and just doing little functions, weddings, and it's gotten to a point where Chris was able to showcase talent, whether it be young, old, and really come out and let people see that musicians really have something to offer, and we're not just people that play in bars or playing tents, and that we do have talent and we do, you know, we are what we are.
Your job. Of course, that was an extract from the play Blessed, and if you miss it, well, you certainly miss something that has a lot of historical significance. Well, don't worry, in full bonus, because this morning joining me is the principal of the UWI Cave Hill campus, Professor Hilary Beckles, who, of course, we know in another vein now as playwright. Good morning to you.
Morning, my darling.
you know, there's so much to you, you know, if you could say that. And we know that you have a love for the arts. Obviously, it's been manifested in this recent play, Blessed.
And Penny Gomez is currently hosting her own show in Trinidad called Penny on Point. We also, over the years, saw our veteran sports journalist, Andy Thornhill. He brought a sports segment to the program, which was called Voices in Sport.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Morning, Barbados. We're going to talk football, and of course, I think many people will be telling themselves right now, football is at the crossroads, certainly international football, following Barbados' early exit in the 2006 World Cup qualifier at the feet of St. Kitts over the weekend in Sugar City, Bastille. Certainly was a kind of sugar that really tasted sour in the mouths of the footballers and most Bajan pundits who follow this wonderful game of football. So what went wrong, not only in St. Kitts, but what went wrong from here at the National Stadium?
Hi, morning, Barbados. Welcome to Voices in Sports. And as we said earlier in the week, I've been told the place to be this weekend, certainly on Sunday, will be at Bushy Park for the William Industries Barbados Auto Racing League big motor racing showdown, regional showdown. And I've been telling you, it's Trinidad and Barbados in the main, and you know, that's always something to look forward to in any sporting rivalry. If there's one big sporting rivalry in the Caribbean, and right across the board, it's Barbados versus Trinidad. And leading the charge for Trinidad, this morning on this show, is Vinny Ram Singh. And you know anything that's Ram is powerful and out to do some damage. Good morning.
Good morning, and I hope your good words take me, and I do lead the charge on Sunday against your good country and your good sportsmen that will be on the track with us safely.
What are you going to be driving?
I'll be driving a 94 Nissan, what you call in Barbados a Sunny, what we call back home a Sentra. So it's a 1600 bone stock engine, and we came off the plane very late last night and went straight to a briefing meeting where we were graciously welcomed by your club, and things have been looking very positive since.
That's Andy Thornhill there in his Usual style, always keeping us on our toes when it comes to sports. And as you would have seen there, he was wearing his Mornin Barbados branded shirt. Mornin Barbados. The logos may have been different, but the message was always the same, that of keeping you entertained and informed early in the morning. Now, you may know him as a news editor, but he was also a host of Mornin Barbados. We're talking about none other than Andrew Sely.
Welcome back, Mornin Barbados. We're going to talk IT, information technology, and when we do that on Mornin Barbados, naturally we talk to Stephen Williams, who is our IT specialist. This morning he's wearing another hat, of course. He's chairman of the IT subcommittee of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, and we're going to be talking about tourism and internet technology. Of course, you know, tourism has been the key engine of growth in the Barbadian economy over the past years. And the increasing use of the internet and that IT technology to improve our tourism is a key feature. And Stephen is going to talk to us about that aspect. I mean, over the past 5 years, as we know, and you look at the GDP of the Barbadian economy, you'd recognize the increasing coverage of tourism as part of the GDP of the Barbadian economy. And the internet and tourism technology are key features of that. Morning, Stephen.
Morning, Andrew. Morning, Barbados.
Tourism and internet technology, what's it all about as chairman of the IT subcommittee of the BHTA?
Well, in terms of internet, there's no bigger industry, I can call it, if I can call it that has been affected by the internet more so than tourism. You now have a situation where more people are using online booking engines to make reservations, to find out about destinations, to just travel, to just inquire about countries. I mean, if you listen to Rick Dees, people want to know about what's the language of Barbados. So, I mean, if you don't have access to information and you have access to the internet, I mean, that's the key place to go.
Eyes to all that unfolds, technology, the IT space, and Mr. Williams actually continues in that IT space currently. Now, trained broadcaster, journalist, producer, Dale Ford also brought her expertise here to the Pine on CBC's Mornin Barbados.
In Trinidad, opposition leader Basdio Pandey is being kept in the top security section of the maximum security prison, where the only prison inmate in an otherwise empty building is contract killer Sean Paris. The former Prime Minister has ended up in the cell block once occupied by Darant Singh, one of his ministers during the UNC's 6 years of governance. Pandey's new quarters is an 8 by 10 foot concrete box gated at the front with a small window to the rear, opening out to the prison courtyard facing south. Darant Singh spent almost 2 years at the prison before being freed on the charge of murder. The top security section of the prison is reserved for high-risk prisoners and imprisoned state witnesses waiting to testify. Pandey celebrated his 71st birthday on May 23rd, was arrested by members of the Anti-Corruption Bureau at the opposition office in Port of Spain. National Industrial Awards are coming up, and here to tell us more about that, we have Edwin Thurwell from BICO and Laurie Blackman, who's an information specialist. We're going to start with Laurie, who's going to give us some information about the National Industrial Awards. What's that all about?
Well, what it's all about is it's an opportunity for companies in Barbados to be recognized for outstanding performance that they may have had over the years.
Dale is now a media consultant. We have more flashback videos from Mornin Barbados, the host, so you can stay tuned to that. You can also get ready to win. You might be a lucky person. All this and more coming up on Mornin Barbados.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Happy 6th day of CBC. Many more to come. Good vibes.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
What you gonna give me for Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Let me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you.
I don't need something from you, but I have something for you, because it's time to make the call for the CBC What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas promotion. Yes, you know how to answer your phone. Remember, if you don't answer correctly when we call, we'll move on to another entrant. So let's get busy on those phone lines. Now, whilst we're making that call, you stand to win a basket today from Western Wholesale. But this competition is also being brought to you with the compliments of a number of other sponsors. We have Bob bringing you joy this Christmas, Carmita's Deliciously Bajan, Post Wireless World, the best dressed chicken, no antibiotics ever. We're ringing. Let's hope we have a pickup there. There's also Swiss and A1 supermarkets.
I'm sorry, but the person...
Oh dear, that person lucked out. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see who'll be lucky enough to get that hamper from Western Wholesalers. The Kingsley Store and Nichols Bakery are also on board. So too are the stations of the CBC in this or 60th year.
Hello?
Good
Hello?
morning.
Morning.
This is Wendy Burke calling from Mornin Barbados.
Yes?
Are you sure it should be yes?
Hello?
Okay. Well, you did not answer your phone correctly. You entered a competition and it seems you forgot how you need to answer that phone. So you could have won yourself.
You call so early. That's the thing.
But I can only call when I'm on the air. I can't call you at 10 minutes past 10. We are live on Mornin Barbados now, and you would have had the chance to win one hamper from Western Wholesale. We're sorry.
I could have done with that.
I could have as well. So unfortunately, I have to move on to the next caller.
Oh.
Let's get cracking on those phone lines. And while I'm here and I'm thinking about these sponsors, I'm starting to get a little hungry, you know, because there's nothing quite like the Nichols baked cakes. And I'm asking you people, there's lots of cake to go around. So let's be good this Christmas, eh? All right, we're on to our third caller here.
For Christmas.
Oh my goodness, she did not even wait for me to say who I was. She answered it in one. Good morning to you, and to whom am I speaking?
You're speaking to Cheryl Barrow.
Yes, well, good morning to you, Cheryl, and congratulations. And you answered me in true Bajan style, too. Yep. You are most welcome. You won a hamper from Western Wholesale. You can contact our marketing department. Well, our marketing department will contact you to tell you exactly how you can collect that prize for Christmas. And Western has so much, Cheryl. I know you're going to be getting some goodies in that basket. So congrats to you once again, and do have a happy Christmas.
Thank you.
Now, CBC is making our listeners happy this Christmas in our What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas competition. Now, remember, if you submitted your name and contact information, you must remember to answer your phone, What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas, when we call. Keep those phones close. Mornin Barbados will take a break and we'll be back.
What you gonna give me for Christmas?
Give me anything you can.
Merry Christmas.
Let me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
The facts say Morning Barbados reaches an audience of over 50,000 and Newsnight reaches over 56,000. It's simple. When you advertise, you're getting your message to over 50,000 of your potential customers. Make the call to CBC Sales Department today and watch your business grow. Contact us at 467-5559 or email marketing@cbc.bb. From the beautiful shores of the gem of the Caribbean, Barbados, home of the amazing Harrison's Cave, the tantalizing Oystins Bay Garden, our historic garrison, the indigenous road tennis, and the friendliest people in the world. We are 94.7 FM, the ultimate Bajan experience.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, general practitioner and healthy lifestyle advocate. Good nutrition starts at home. So this school year...
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Now, as the old folks say, 60 days in 60 years. Yep, you have to, well, no, got that wrong. 60 years ain't 60 days. And that's how long CBC has been around. Now, over the course of the show, we would have seen a number of new entrants take the stage, take this chair that I'm now in, well, different sets, new faces added. People like Katrina Marshall, who is a show caller, writer, public speaker, and broadcast journalist. She's currently based in Birmingham. Here she is now speaking to a gospel artist who has grown on the local calypso scene, Dragon Slayer.
Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
It's 5 minutes after 7. We're at the top of our second hour here on Morning Barbados, and as Apache told Leah a little bit earlier, we're going to get just a taste of what the Experience tent is going to be offering this year for the festival, and it's my pleasure to say a blessed good morning to the Dragon Slayer. Morning and welcome.
Yeah, blessed good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Now, first I want to know about the significance of your name. I think I know what it means, but let me know what the stage name means.
Dragon Slayer actually come from performing at our church. Used to keep a thing called Friday Night Live every Friday, right? But we don't do it no more. But I was performing there, and a good friend of mine, a buddy, spiritual father, you know, encourager, he gave me the name.
And it stuck?
Yes.
25 minutes after 7, and if you were passing through by the Lincoln Center in New York anytime, you may have heard my next guest, but you don't have to. She is actually going to be at the St. Philip Anglican Church this Sunday, June 5th at 6 o'clock. It is my pleasure. I am honored to be chatting with none other than Annette Span-Lewis, an American mezzo-soprano with the Metropolitan Opera Company. And a hearty good morning to you.
And a hearty good morning to you, Katrina.
Now, Morning Barbados has always been multifaceted, not just in terms of its presenters, but also in terms of the subject matter that we would have dealt with over the years, presenting to you different personalities in entertainment, in the arts, in culture, chefs, you name it, we've had it pass through here at the CBC. But we've also took an active interest in all things environmental and what was going on within our country. Former television producer, presenter, announcer, and head of CBC TV8, Jewel Ford, spoke about health and safety in the workplace.
Barbados, get up.
Just about 40 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock, and as we said this morning, we'll be talking a lot about health and safety, especially in the workplace. And with me, I have Harold Oxley, who is a health and safety consultant, and we're going to be talking about how to spot those workplace hazards and what you can do about it to have them corrected so that they don't affect your health and the health of your colleagues. Good morning, Mr. Oxley. Welcome to Morning Barbados. There is a relatively new Health and Safety Act, 2005, but it's not been proclaimed yet.
No, it hasn't.
So what are we using in the meantime?
Well, the Factories Act from 1982 is still the piece of legislation which is in vogue. But since that relates mainly to factories and industrial operations, I have found that many offices have in fact adopted the new legislation, even though it has not been officially proclaimed.
Why do these pieces of legislation normally take this length of time between not only being drafted? You said it took 20 years to get to the new Health and Safety Act.
This new one was started in 1985.
3 years and we're still not proclaimed. Why does it normally take so long for the pieces of legislation to be proclaimed?
Well, I guess part of it has to do with preparation. As a country, we need to prepare. We also have to give persons time to get used to it, because when it is proclaimed, then they can be liable for prosecution.
Okay.
And a similar thing happened in Trinidad. They proclaimed this in 2004, and it wasn't until 2006 that they passed it in 2004 and proclaimed it in 2006. So there's still hope for us.
Okay.
Now, Mr. Oxley, over the years, continued to be an environmental champion, investigating a number of environmental issues that would have arisen. And luckily, we can say that legislation he spoke to has now since been passed. It's called the Shaw Act, the Safety and Health at Work Act. And Joel Ford is now a communications specialist at the Caribbean Development Bank, but one of the faces that you grew fond of here at the CBC. Now, the baton was passed on to TV personality and TV producer, Belle Holder.
It's 6:24 a.m. and now we turn our attention to medical studies at the University of the West Indies. Well, here to tell us the details on how and why that has changed are Professor Henry Fraser, the Dean of Faculty of Medical Sciences at the University of the West Indies, Shabir St. John, he's a fourth-year medical student, and Ann Dharamraj, who's a first-year student at the University of the West Indies. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Professor Fraser, give us a sense of what it was like before in terms of Barbadians wanting to study medicine.
Now, one host is good, but 3 hosts are even better. Yes, there was a time when there were 3, the trio of Carol Roberts, Belle Holder, and Pearson Bowen.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
A very good morning to you. Today is Friday. It's the first day of September. And we're so pleased to be saying Morning Barbados from CBC Studios in the Pine. We all slept at different locations last night, so therefore we're all wearing individual colors. Morning, Pearson.
Morning, Carol. Morning.
Good morning, Carol. TGIF, everybody.
I told her if she said that one more time, I would slap.
And I told her she should slap me because it'll be good TV.
Yeah.
Days of Dynasty.
Of course, today is a great day. It's our last day of Fashion Week on Morning Barbados. We'll be wrapping it up today with the dynamic
you wearing?
Ricky Dejude.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
That's really, really nice.
So you see, I absolutely agree with you. You should do that. I absolutely agree with you, Carol, when you said everybody should go out and buy one piece,
just
one original piece from a designer,
yes.
a local designer. What I think would happen though is you'll get addicted. That's the danger in it.
Yes, that's lovely. First day of September. We're in it's the beginning of the end. It's the first day of the final quarter of the year. And if you're like me, you're sitting down asking yourself, where did time go? But more importantly, I'm also asking myself, have I done everything I had set out to do at the start of the year? So I think for the final quarter, you've got 3 months left to catch up, to be a good person, to try to be a better parent, try to be a better friend, try to be a better lover. I didn't have to do that. To get some housekeeping going, to learn a new skill or something like that.
I tend not to do that on the calendar basis. I tend to do
No.
it on my birthday, like annual. I
Okay.
kind of sort of review. Okay, where am I now? What have I accomplished over the past year? What else? What do I want to accomplish next year?
We've got a
I'm doing
birthday
all
coming
right.
up, so it's still good time.
Apparently.
Yeah. And we're throwing her the most fabulous 45th birthday party anyone
And don't I
has
look
ever
good for my
had.
age?
Oh, you look wonderful
Thank
for your age.
you.
Just stop lying, though, man. This 32 thing
you
year,
very
ain't go-
much.
you know, ain't working.
I am not 32.
I know. I know.
Okay.
Listen, what's happening in your world?
Well, it's interesting. I just would love to see the outplay of Dynasty one more time. Honestly.
You are going to feed into the rumor that we don't get along. We
don't,
actually
Robert.
love
Stop
each
lying.
other.
No, I'm not feeding to. All I'd say is I want to see Dynasty
It's you that causes
again.
the problem,
Yeah.
isn't it? But what's coming up this weekend?
Well, what's coming up? There's tomorrow the funeral of Sir Clyde.
Yes.
That's tomorrow. I don't have anything else major planned on my calendar, but certainly, I want to invite both of you to the Sanctuary New Testament Church on Sunday. That's when the group of which I'm a part is going to be hosting worship, and I'd like for you to be there. Don't hold your head in shame unless you're afraid
On
of St.
Sunday.
Peter.
This is before or after my rice dry down.
This is up before your rice dry down, please.
Sunday. I'm not dissing, I'm not dissing church in any form or fashion or even faith, because I say my prayers and everything every morning, and Sunday is a real, inspirational day for me. But it's the only day I get a chance to cook. So if you ask me on Thursday, what's my menu for Sunday?
Right.
Have it already planned. I know I'm going to do with my children. I know, Sunday is a
So
set
in other
day.
words,
what
you
time
say
am I
all
coming?
that to say you're not going?
No, I just want to know what time.
I want to
fit it
invite
into
all
my
of you
itinerary.
for 9:30.
That's
It's going to
good
be
time.
really dramatic. Come for it. 9:30 in the morning.
All right.
My 11:30, 12 year old.
Kirsten, I would love to be there. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm out of town. Thank you.
She's also out of her mind, but nobody's noticing. Where are you going this weekend?
I will be in St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla.
So you're going to three destinations in just about 2 to 3 days.
Exactly.
That's tough.
It is, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is the last leg before we do everything here in Barbados.
All right.
Now, I can't help but to smile having seen Pearson there. I'm going to have to fret him this morning. But that trio combination continued with Emmy Award-winning journalist and former news anchor and general manager at CBC, Doug Hoyt. And you would have gotten a chance to see him last night as we celebrated our 60 years. Now, he hosted alongside Kimberly Skeet, broadcaster Kimberly Skeet, and bell holder.
We want to welcome this morning classmate Caleb Thorpe and the music teacher at the Parkinson, Randy Eastman. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
How are you?
And good morning, young lady.
Good morning.
Thank you for getting up so early. You are a star girl too, according to my notes. You're number one on the on this new album, Kaiso in the Pine.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, and you're doing Our Disease.
What would have inspired the Parkinson School to not only harness the talents of these students who are also taking part in Junior Monarch, but to compile it into an album? What would have inspired this?
I think it came together basically as an initiative of the music department, the principal, and some of the teachers and interest persons of the school.
The performances are coming up this weekend? The performances are coming up this weekend. You guys will be performing. Okay, are you nervous? Seeing the other competitors, does that psych you out a bit?
Not really.
Okay.
No,
Sherry,
not me.
okay, I wanted to ask you, do you ever get in front of a mirror and practice? Do you look at yourself and what do you say? Is it, that's me, or how do you assess yourself, and how do you make those corrections that you need to make with your performances?
Okay, well, with corrections, I take advice and opinions and try to better them where I see fit to better them.
Right.
With looking in the mirror, sometimes I do, but not all the time. My expression comes from within, how I feel the song at the point of time.
Right.
Now, we would have also had some of our DJs take that seat on Morning Barbados. Yes, DJ and veteran broadcaster Archelaus Weeks hosted with former host and news reporter Colin Cunningham, and they were talking to a forensic science psychologist at the time.
Morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
All right, welcome back to Morning Barbados. We continue our discussions with our forensic psychologist, Renette Demont, and we were just discussing about the whole idea of men or women using that financial power to
Right.
gain access to that person's life, whether they mind, body, spirit.
Yeah.
Poverty, as you've been mentioning, abject poverty and poverty on the whole plays that part. But what about using children as pawns,
Yeah.
as pieces as well?
And that is very much so alive in our society, and men will complain that women uses that against them and prevent them from seeing the children. That is also a form of abuse, and it is something that needs to stop, because children like their mommy and daddy, and they do not see when issues escalate. They want to see the mommy and daddy together, and that is what they aspire to. So it means that persons have to come to an agreement where they can make some kind of arrangement where the child can see mommy and daddy and not be able to involve the children to the extent where it has psychological impact for the child or children.
We start out news of bodybuilding. And Hamid did not participate this year. He's our cameraman. He decided to give somebody else a chance to win. And that person was Hoskins Worrell, who was the 3 times winner of the 3rd annual Darcy Beckles Bodybuilding Classic, which was staged at the Sherborne Center.
Now, we saw duos in the men, but we also had them in the ladies. Producer, presenter, actress Peter Allen hosted the show with radio host, voice talent, and master of ceremonies singer Cassandra Crawford.
Still to come, we're going to tell you what's happening with one of the clubs working hard to do all kinds of social efforts, community efforts. We're talking about the Lions Club. This is Founders Week for the Lions Club of Barbados East, that is. And you're going to hear from 2 of the representatives, Lion Maria Barker and Lion Alison Licorice. So we look forward to talking with them. And there's more, Peter.
Definitely 2 of our favorite people are here. One who, when it comes to the spoken word, is amazing, and one who directs people who are speaking that word. She's an actress herself.
So one flows and one shows.
Nice!
Let me show you the handshake that the guys taught me how to do that.
That's good.
Sisters
That's good.
for life.
There you go.
I can't do the brothers thing.
I like that. Okay, so I'm sure Sonia and Adrian would like that as well.
Yeah, they can use it. It's not copywritten or anything.
There you
can
go.
use it.
We get an opportunity to find out just how they're going to participate in the university's Haiti in word and image coming off this weekend. So we're looking forward to that. And today's a very special day for someone.
Well, yes, but the birthday was actually yesterday.
Oops.
Yes, but we got this email yesterday morning, probably around 7:15. Yes, 7:07 yesterday morning. So we can check our emails while we were here. So I saw this one in my inbox. So just saying belated birthday wishes to Jada Moore. She would have celebrated her 3rd birthday yesterday. That's really sweet.
3rd on the 4th.
Yeah, 3rd on the 4th.
Yeah.
Very nice. We are on this morning. I hope you had a great day yesterday. The family is thinking of you, and I know that these are your best days. You may not understand that fully, but you have no bills, the sun is out, and you can play, you can read and sleep, and all those other things.
You know, yesterday we didn't get an opportunity to wish Edwin Yearwood happy birthday.
Oh, we must.
Definitely. Yesterday was his birthday. And the General, we certainly hope that you had a brilliant birthday, and we certainly hope that you continue to celebrate all this weekend.
He's always singing for people. What should we sing for him as we go to break?
I'm a little husky right now.
You can do it. Don't worry about that. He'll appreciate it. He did it again. You want to sing doing this again?
You start.
Oh. It's the General's birthday and he was feeling nice. You go, oh yeah. Doing this again.
Oh yeah.
No, that's where you go. Doing this again. Yes. You don't know the song. Oh my gosh. Shameful. I'll teach her, Edwin, but we really hope you had a really good birthday yesterday. It's 15 after 7.
I can't resist.
Shameful.
Oh my goodness, I could not resist.
Doing this again. Sing it.
It's so easy to do that.
Doing this again. Doing this again. I made it up. Hooray. Hooray. Happy birthday. We'll take a break and we'll be back. Yeah.
Barbados, get up.
And that's one of the things Morning Barbados likes to do, make people happy. But you know, without Cassandra, there's no, you guessed it, Shane Sely.
What are the things that you're looking to do? Anything different?
I know you always like to put out fresh stuff. So what are you thinking as you look at the next few months and continuing with your career?
I am interested in putting together a lot of creative content, whereas I was more into the audio than I was into the visual.
Right.
However, now I see that in this decade, they go hand in hand. So I'm very interested in creating visuals that are impactful, that people, can just walk away from and still remember. I'm interested in telling stories with the music, to have a stronger connection than just hearing it, but seeing it, So I thought about that before 2020, and that was my vision from the beginning of the year. So when the crisis hit, I just stuck to the plan. That's all you can do.
Yeah. And you're balancing this all with, the legal side of you, yes?
It's time for the Ninja Throwdown, the Shea and Sely edition. Let's go! This is the pop neck here.
A trip down memory lane is always an awesome experience. And you know who else helps to make those experiences awesome here on Morning Barbados? Our online audience, our Facebook watchers. Yes, they help to make the morning much more joyous. They're always greeting, they're always praying, they're always giving their blessings on the show. And I want to thank all of you who sent anniversary greetings this morning to the CBC and Morning Barbados on its 60th year. We want to thank you. You're the ones we do it for, and you keep us going. When we come back after the break, you will have another chance to win. Yes, it's Christmas. I'm playing Santa Claus. Not a Christmas person, I'm a Grinch. But so, if you're going to get a chance to get a second set of prizes from me, that's awesome. We'll be back in a bit.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Happy 60th anniversary, CBC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kia Lewis, general practitioner and healthy lifestyle advocate. Good nutrition starts at home. So this school year, I want you to consider packing healthy, nutritious snacks and lunches for your children to carry, rather than having them buy them at school. And don't just pack things you think they should have. Have a discussion and come up with things that you both know they will enjoy.
We enjoy a game of dominoes and singing karaoke.
I just love crew.
When you love me just a little bit longer.
You get to relax and have a drink and listen to some nice music.
It's something different. It's spectacular. It's fabulous. You know, it's a different feeling altogether.
I never feel so good in a party yet.
Follow me to Q in the Community this Thursday.
So good in a party yet. You know why?
My friend, you don't plan to get her? Oh, Barbados. Hey, I'm KB Clean. Join me 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. right here at 94.7, the best and ultimate Bajan experience. My show is called Bajan to the Bone. Don't miss it. Bajan to the Bone. Weekdays, right here and only here on 94.7.
I'm Anne St. John, a consultant pediatrician. When packing healthy lunch boxes, do include a fruit, which includes a banana, apple, orange, or grapes to supply fiber. Aim for low-calorie packaged snacks without the mention of flour or sugar amongst the four ingredients on the back label. 1 in 3 children in Barbados is affected by overweight or obesity. Let us join together as parents and care providers to reduce the further development of this chronic non-communicable disease within our communities.
Kids Karaoke is a platform for young aspiring singers to shine and express their musical abilities. Tune in to CBC TV 8 on Mondays at 5:30 p.m. and repeat it on Saturdays at 2 p.m. and enjoy the performances of these talented young singers.
For the past 19 years, QFM has been sharing with you, learning from you, and together building a community for all mature audiences. That's why we say Q is good for you. To our Q family, we say thank you for staying connected to Q 100.7 FM. QFM is a station of the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. CBC, celebrating 60, connecting Barbadian communities.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
What you gonna give me for Christmas?
Give me anything you can.
Merry Christmas.
Let me have a happy day.
2 opportunities in one morning. It's time to make a call for the CBC What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas promotion. You know how to answer your phone. Remember, if you don't answer correctly, it will be on to the next entrant. Let's get to the phone lines. What you gonna give me for Christmas? And this time around, it's gonna be a BOP gift basket that you're eligible to win. A number of our sponsors standing by.
Well,
Good morning. I doesn't seem they're sure if they want to answer the phone or not. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. What are you going to give me for Christmas? Remember, BOP, it's a basket coming from BOP, bringing you joy this Christmas with their wide range of products. We also have Carmitas, Post Wireless World, The Best Dressed Chicken, Swiss, the A1 Supermarkets, Carlton and Emerald City. Yes, it's ringing. Let's see who's going to be lucky. Time to win for Christmas.
good morning.
Good morning. This is Wendy Burke calling from Mornin Barbados.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Well, they did answer us correctly. Let's go on to the next one. I am here prompting you, letting you know what you need to do. Say the right thing when I call. Next caller, please. Let's get those. Let's see whose home we're going to go into and if they'll answer us correctly this time. Good morning.
What are you going to give me for Christmas?
Thank you so much, darling. What is your name?
Almina Griffith.
Well, Almina Griffith, what I can give you for Christmas is a gift basket from BOP. Now, Our marketing team will be in contact with you to tell you exactly how you can collect that prize. But congrats to you, and do have a blessed Christmas.
Thank you very much, and same to you.
The CBC What You Gonna Give Me for Christmas promotion. We'll be back in a moment.
What you gonna give me for Christmas?
Give me anything you can.
Merry Christmas.
Let me have a happy day. Why you got to give me for Christmas? I need something from you.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Yo, you know it's your girlfriend's fave right here for 98.1 The One and CBC. We are the best. Happy 60th. You know we've been here a long time, but we're here for a good time. Happy 60th, CBC. Boom.
Now, before we go, the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation wishes to inform you, all of its customers, clients, and the general public that our finance, sales and marketing, and MCTV departments will close today at 1:30. The early closure is to facilitate a staff function. We kindly request that you plan your business with the CBC accordingly to avoid any inconvenience, and we hope your understanding and cooperation in this matter is appreciated. Now, 5-year-old Blessings Taylor needs to raise some 80,000 Barbados dollars to fix her breathing, as she's been diagnosed with laryngeal web and would need to have surgery in Texas, USA, to have a normal life. You can donate to the Barbados Workers Union, Southern Plaza, Oystons, Christchurch branch. The account number is 40552. The name Blessings Taylor. And finally, the funeral service of the late Richard Stout takes place today at 10:30 a.m. There's a pre-show from 9 until 10:15. That's at the Wilde Gymnasium, and the burial will be at the Westbury Cemetery. Now, we're talking Christmas here on Morning Barbados as well. We're talking 60 years. I just give some people stuff away for Christmas. I know I'm a Grinch, but that doesn't mean a little present or two won't help. You can bring it after Christmas Day. I'll still accept it. However, big boxes, folks. This has been Morning Barbados. It's been a pleasure bringing it to you. 60 years or birthday. Have a great day.